Welcome everybody to Central Valley Today. I'm Stephanie Bainham.
And I'm Madeline Evans. Thank you for joining us. Right now, a group of Valley veterans are on the trip of a lifetime. The 19th Central Valley Honor Flight took off to the U.S. Capitol from the Fresno Yosemite International Airport early yesterday morning. It's the first flight with just Vietnam vets. Today, they toured several memorials, including the Vietnam, Korean, and World War II memorials. For many, seeing them brought up a lot of emotions, as you can imagine. And before the group took off on their once-in-a-lifetime trip, they were recognized by local Congressman Jim Costa and T.J. Cox. So here now to let us know how he's honoring these local heroes and fighting for veterans in D.C., we welcome U.S. Congressman Jim Costa. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Stephanie and Madeline. It's great to be on Central Valley Today.
Oh, we love it. We love it when you're here. So take us there. You were at the airport yesterday. What was that like?
Yes, this is the 19th honor flight from our valley. You think about it, the tremendous community support and volunteers. Each flight costs about $200,000 to arrange the charter and for the 68 veterans that depart and their guardians, and the 3 days that they are in Washington, the lodging and everything that takes place. My colleagues, Congressman T.J. Cox and Congressman Nunes, provided a lunch for them today at the Smithsonian at the Air and Space Museum.
Ooh,
and I'm usually either there to greet them at the World War II Memorial or the Vietnam Memorial in this case, because this is the first honor flight, the 19th, that was exclusively for Vietnam veterans. It was such a difficult war. They didn't come home for any parades or marching bands. And yet it was so heartfelt to see those veterans yesterday morning as the band of brothers, so to speak, came together, looking forward, and many, the first time ever to our nation's capital, and to see the Vietnam Wall Memorial that is so touching. And so meaningful, and you could hear them exchanging stories where they were in Vietnam. So it reminds all of us that you know, we can never say thank you enough to our veterans. So we all have families in which we've had members who have served. I've had 3 generations. My grandmother was a Gold Star mother, as was my aunt. So we do what we can to help our veterans every day.
And we heard you gave him a kind of coin in remembrance. What is the symbol with that?
Yeah, it's an honor coin, and honor coins are well known among the military. They reflect combat zones in which they served. They also can be an honor coin for a certain theater. And these honor coins depicted their service with Vietnam, with the insignia on one side of the country of Vietnam, and then on the other side the appropriate flags. And you know, I think they all very much, when T.J. Cox and myself handed those honor coins, they were very touched to have those because they know what that means.
Right. Yeah, super special. Talk about what programs you're fighting for in D.C. that affect our Valley veterans.
Well, there's a host of efforts that we've been engaged in. First of all, to make sure that the veterans receive the benefits that they've earned. Not, to be clear, they've earned these benefits. And we do daily casework. Oftentimes they're filing for disability claims, and we have literally thousands of cases that we have successfully been able to intervene on behalf of those veterans. Sometimes they're just trying to receive their medals that they maybe forgot about or had lost during their tour of duty, and then we reach out to make sure that they get those medals for themselves and their families. You know, the Veterans Home, I worked very hard to make a reality some 20 years ago, first starting with the state support and then the federal support. 300 units now that are there for our veterans. The VASH vouchers, which are for veterans that are homeless, that we provide here, and sadly, they estimate that there's as much as maybe 16,000 veterans in California every night that are part of the homeless.
Oh, no.
And so we work on those issues. And then over the last 10 years, the Veterans Hospital, which is really a shining star for healthcare benefits here, we've provided $220 million over the last 10 years that has provided now a new cath lab, a new imaging center.
Wow.
We have a center for post-traumatic stress syndrome. And then just recently there's a new level of care of a unit that was dedicated last fall. And then I think for all of us who've ever been to the VA hospital, that wall of honor that reflects those who have served is so touching. I know when I take members of my family or other veterans and you walk through there, and it gives you pause to remember those who have sacrificed and in some cases made the ultimate sacrifice.
Very true.
Based off of all the amazing things you do for our veterans and everything, what would you say would be one of the biggest hurdles you're still dealing with?
Well, we're still working to try to provide improvements to the Veterans Hospital here in Fresno. We have clinics in Oakhurst and in Merced for those. You know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when that problem in Phoenix Hospital happened, we were able to change the laws so that if the VA hospital doesn't provide the need of level of care of service like open heart surgery as an example, and they have to go to Palo Alto and that's not available, if it's within a 60 miles radius, they can now get care here locally even if the VA hospital doesn't provide it, instead of having to travel extreme distances. Sometimes you know, they're older and they don't have the transportation or the family support to make that happen. We're looking to make other improvements for the VA hospital, better parking. It's a real struggle in that neighborhood. And we're working with the other entities. There's such a tremendous support of volunteers here for our veterans, and it really makes your heart feel great for all the people who care.
Yes.
Yeah, they do so much. They deserve it.
Yes. You are so passionate in representing our brave men and women. So thank you for being there yesterday at the airport.
Yeah.
Thanks for handing out those coins, and thanks for being here today to share with us.
Well, and it's great. And let me just say, I think for all of us, of course, as you know, I'm in and out of airports every week, but I would urge all of us to do what I try to do, and that is when I see a man or a woman in military uniform, those who are in active duty, we always remember their veterans and their families. But those today serving in active duty, go up and say thank you, and say thank you to their families, because it's just not those who are serving that are serving our country, but it's their families who are making sacrifices as well.
Absolutely.
Very true. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Mr. Costa.
All right.
Thanks again.
Keep up the good work.
Thank
Jim.
you.
My father was Mr. Costa.
Jim.